Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 216 webinar of our Saturday webinar series hosted by Managed Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship. Myself, Dr. Ahalya, working as a Managed Fellow. So, since October 2020, Managed Center for Innovation and Agripreneurship has been at the forefront of agricultural innovation, hosting 215 consecutive weekly webinars that have touched countless entrepreneurs and transformed numerous agricultural ventures. So today marks another milestone in this remarkable journey. So as a Center of Excellence in Agribusiness Incubation under the National Institute of Agriculture Extension Management, MANESIA has redefined the landscape of agricultural entrepreneurship. Our center has been the cradle of innovation for 940 entrepreneurs, nurturing their dreams and transforming them into viable enterprises. We take immense pride in having supported 468 startups across diverse agriculture sectors, each contributing to the transformation of Indian agriculture ecosystem. What sets Manasia apart is our comprehensive approach to entrepreneurship development. We don't just incubate ideas, we cultivate success stories. Our comprehensive support system offering expert guidance and specialized training in crucial areas such as agro-processing, post-harvest technology, value addition, farm mechanization, animal husbandry, fishery, dairy, commodity trading, supply chain management, and agri consultancy, ensuring that our entrepreneurs are equipped to tackle every challenges in their journey. We are not just business, but we build futures. So every entrepreneur who walks through our doors carries a dream, and it is our privilege to help transform these dreams into reality. Through expert guidance, specialized training, and unwavering support, we continue to build an ecosystem where agriculture innovation thrives and entrepreneurs flourish. So today's session holds special significance as we celebrate women's contribution to the agri-startup ecosystem, and we are in the midst of an inspiring series highlighting the remarkable achievement of women entrepreneurs who have carved their niche in the digital innovations. We are conducting 25 webinars related to women in agri startups involving both founders and mentors till April 2025. Our focus today is on digital marketing startup, a topic that resonates deeply with our commitment to sustainable and inclusive agricultural development. With great pleasure, I would now like to introduce our distinguished speakers for today's session who will share their invaluable insights on digital marketing startup. So their experiences and wisdom will undoubtedly inspire and guide us towards the new possibilities in this agri startup ecosystem. So today we have two speakers with us, and our first speaker is Miss Indrani Dwarampudi. So she's a founder and CEO of Berry Ads and Branding, having over 4.5 years of experience in advertising and digital marketing. She has worked with the 50 plus brands globally, and she also has received prestigious accolades such as Indian Achievers Award and recognition in Women Entrepreneurs India's top 10 women-driven startups of 2020. She is also a silver medalist in MBA Media Management from Amity University. She continued to excel in branding and digital marketing. So, with this short introduction, without delay, I would like to invite Indrani ma'am to take over the session.
Thank you, Rahelia. Good morning, everybody. I'm Indrani. And let's quickly get started since we have just 20 minutes and I have a lot to cover. To begin with, I'll start with a simple statement that I thoroughly believe in and that sort of pushed us to start our agency in the first place. As it reads, digital marketing is the bridge between innovation and opportunity. That is something that stands at the core of everything we have done so far. And let me just discuss the order of the presentation today so you sort of know what to expect. And then towards the end, we can take questions. So the first thing we're going to be discussing today is how digital solves a lot of or fills in a lot of gaps that traditionally marketing had sort of left untapped. Then we talk a little bit about our journey as to how we've established, and more importantly than the journey, the lessons that we've learned in the past so many years of our operations. Followed by we talk a little about the challenges that our industry is currently facing, or that we've identified at our end. Then we talk about how digital marketing can make a difference for you agripreneurs, students, and entrepreneurs operating in the agricultural sector. And finally, I'm more than happy to take questions, right? So again, I'd like to reiterate the statement before we dive deep into it. Digital marketing is the bridge between innovation and opportunities. Now, this stands true across industries, right? And that includes agriculture. Can you please go to the next slide? Yeah, so what I've done here is essentially broken down the buyer journey, right? And given it to you, or I'm explaining this to you in from the lens of a marketer. So what essentially a marketer needs to take a person from any targeted audience to their customer, or get them to purchase something from you. So this is the buyer journey, and through the journey, marketer looks for four things essentially. Number one, visibility. Number two, engagement. Number three, sales. And finally, ROI and growth. Now let me explain to you how digital marketing fills in each of these buckets, right, in a more contemporary manner, with a little more transparency that digital offers. First, visibility. Now, with the advent of digital, world is a single place, right? So what we can do sitting out of India, a remote village, we can connect with somebody sitting out of US and not just present our products and offerings, but also get orders. So digital, in a way, has sort of blurred out those boundaries for you. The second point I'm gonna mention is gonna be slightly contradictory, because, and again, that whole boils down to the freedom that digital offers to you. A, you can open your market wide open and blur away the geographical boundaries, or B, get to the person or the segment that you want to target. You can either go broad or you can narrow down to exactly the segment you're looking to target. Let me explain this with an example. Let's say you are let's say you are an MBA coaching institute, all right, and you're looking for entrance exam coaching institute, and you're looking for students to join. It wouldn't really make sense for you to target everybody under the sun. You might have certain geographic barriers. Let's say you have your coaching centers only in XYZ state, let's say Telangana. Then you would want to geographically boil down to Telangana, and within Telangana, you would want to target people who are aged from 18 to 20, interested in MBA, so on and so forth, which we digital marketers called as demographic targeting. So to put things in plain perspective, you can go as wide or as narrow. That's the freedom digital marketing offers to you as far as visibility is concerned, right? And the second advantage that digital marketing offers to you is you can connect with the same target market at different touch points. Now you must be familiar with your Instagram journey. You're scrolling through a journey, you see an ad pop up about that winter kaftan you want to buy. Now you're like, okay, fine, that's an interesting product. But then you leave it, you're not sure if you want to buy it, you move on. Day two, you're browsing something else, and on Google, it's the same thing pops up. But this time it's a user who's sharing their experience with this kaftan, who a little more trust with the brand. You log into their website, put the sales, select this product and put it in your cart, but you haven't purchased it yet. You've left it for another day. And the next day you log into your email, you have an email popping up saying, hey, here's an additional discount percentage, a code, and says, let's close your deal. And this time you are compelled to buy the product. So you see how digital marketing has touched you at different touch points. Now this applies across industries. That's as far as visibility is concerned. Engagement. So previously, we just had newspaper ads, TV ads, hoardings, pamphlets, and this was the only way to reach out to customers. Was there any way to know from them what their response was, if they liked your ad, if they liked your product, if they had questions? How could they really reach out to you, right? With the advent of digital, that's possible, right? We have a name for this entire phenomenon. It's called social listening, where we digital marketers scroll through our own pages or our brand's pages comments, and not just that, but we also scroll through our competitors and our segment experts comments and understand what the market sentiment is. So once we understand the market sentiment, it gives us a little more advantage, because we're exactly speaking the language that our customers or target market wants to hear. The third aspect is sales. I think this needs no explanation, because we bombard it with ads to push for sales day in and day out, no matter which segment, no matter which industry. So these could be lead generation. Again, when we're talking about sales, business to business, it varies, because there are certain types of businesses which require a little more lead nurturing. For example, real estate. So you're not going to look at an Instagram ad and go to the website and add it to cart and purchase an apartment, right? You will need a little more lead nurturing. What as a digital marketer we're going to do is, we will capture your information, have a sales representative call you, establish a person to person contact, schedule, let's say, a site visit, and then close the deal, as opposed to a low involvement product, let's say a cookie, which I don't think you'd have any problem trying it out, right? So there, for high involvement products like real estate, we've got lead generation, lead nurturing, and that kind of approach. And for low involvement products, low ticket products, we have other approaches like, pushing for sales, getting traffic onto websites, pushing out coupons, etc. Right? So for every kind of product, high involvement, low involvement, services, we've got something for every kind of client as far as sales is concerned. Now, ROI and growth. Tracking ROI and growth really becomes challenging in traditional marketing. Well, just to make it clear, with all of this information, I'm nowhere trying to discount the traditional marketing. I'm only giving you a perspective as to what digital marketing can do in addition to your traditional brand presence, right? So, coming back to ROI and growth, how do you traditionally measure ROI metrics? There is no way you can completely close the feedback loop, because you would still not know if the sale has come from your hoarding or newspaper ad from or anywhere else, or it has come from a word of mouth, right? But with digital, you have the analytics staring at you on the face. You know how many clicks each ad has generated. You know how much curiosity. You know exactly from which location a person has clicked on your ad, and then you can optimize further. Let's say in the first set of or a round of ad, you've left your targeting open, and you realize that a lot of interest on your ads is coming from Delhi, and a lot of interest is coming from people aging 18 to 30. Then the next time, that is the only segment you're going to go after, right? So this is the advantage your ROI metrics is going to provide you with, that you can constantly improvise your campaigns on and pivot towards the direction of growth, right? Next slide, please. So this is a bit of context as to what digital marketing can do in different fields. Now let's talk about our journey a little bit. Well, I'm not going to bog you down with our personal milestones, because I think what's going to be more relevant for you is the lessons we've learned. Because I think you could use it in your own personal journey, in your own entrepreneurial journey. We started off in 2018, and that makes it roughly 6 years of operation. And these 6 years has been a roller coaster ride. We've learned a lot, right? The first thing is find your niche. This is one mistake we made when we started off, and we learned it the hard way. And I think you shouldn't do the same. So what you really have to do is find your niche, right? There are so many clients out there. There's so much going on out there. Trust me, there is so much requirement of digital marketing, but you don't have to go after every single opportunity that you find. Understand your strengths, understand where exactly your interest, your strength, and your experience and expertise lies, and then go after the segment. You don't have to be the jack of all trades. You just have to be the master of one. Keep it in mind, it's not the era of generalization, it's the era of specialization. And trust me, clients are gonna appreciate you for that. Number two, constant evolution. Now, what's common between a hamster and a digital marketer? We both keep running, right? The wheel just never ever stops. So we keep evolving. As a practice at Berry, we've made it a practice to have 15-day sessions where different people from our team come across different, sometimes bizarre trends, and then we analyze them and see what fits in into our arsenal and what we can do for each of our clients. So updation never stops. Now, everything digital, I'm sure the same thing applies for others, but more so in digital, because every day a new trend is coming. Now I'll take you through a journey that we've experienced as an agency. We started off in 2018, and when we started off, reels were barely a thing, right? And they slowly grew to prominence. Now they're almost a norm. Then we've seen YouTube long content format go into YouTube shorts. And now currently as we speak, we're also seeing LinkedIn take the same route. Now you open your LinkedIn, and a lot of those reels you see, the short form content, LinkedIn is also branching out into it. And one more advantage we get to stay updated is that you need to start looking at these platforms as a business as well. Facebook is not just a platform for you to connect, but it's also business in itself, right? So is LinkedIn. So when you start looking at it as business, and you see this particular business is now promoting videos, and you keep your content to be a little more in alignment with that, then you get rewarded, right? Because your sort of goals are aligned with the platform's business, and that's the synergy you create, right? So being constantly updated. Third is geography is no barrier. I think I've spoken enough about this, so understandable. Fourth, leverage crowdsourcing. No matter which industry you're in, leverage crowdsourcing. You know what works better than, hey, this is my product, it looks beautiful, it has wonderful packaging, it'll do so for you. You know what's better than that? Hearing from somebody who's genuinely used the product, right? This is where your micro influencers come in. This is where your genuine client testimonials come in. This is where your reviews play a huge part. So crowdsourcing can never go wrong, whether it's collaboration between different content creators, whether it's customer testimonials. You can never ever go wrong with crowdsourcing. So these are the 4 key takeaways from our journey. And yeah, fifth and the most important, the power of networking. We need to understand that these businesses, whether it's clients coming to us as an agency, or whether it's you taking digital marketing into your own hands and taking your journey forward, these are businesses. They have lots of money plugged in, they have a lot of jobs plugged in, they have a lot of stakes. So they're not gonna come to you just because they saw an ad of yours, right? These are businesses. So maintaining a good network of people who know you, who can vouch for you, who know the way you function, is very, very important as well. So that's the 5 learnings. Can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah, now let's talk about some challenges. Although I feel digital marketing is one of the most fun, lucrative areas to function and work in, we do have our own fair, set of challenges. The most challenging has been the advent of competition left, right, and center. I don't think you'll meet any third person without meeting a digital marketer. Now that's what it has come down to. The problem is all the digital marketers cannot drive results, but it also springs from the fact that social media especially is used by everybody. So once you have your social media game on, you somehow start thinking, okay, fine, this is the extent of digital marketing, and hence we have a lot of digital marketers pop up, right? And that makes the competition cutthroat, that makes the margins shrink, right? So I think that's one of the biggest challenges, although there are other challenges as well, like AI, but I see them as opportunities, right? For somebody who's genuinely interested in learning and building a career in digital marketing, it's not as difficult as it used to be some years ago. You don't really need a huge team to sort of help you. Right now what you can do is you can take some cues from AI. What AI has made easy for us is content creation, content ideation, research of market trends. All this has become very easy thanks to the advent of AI, right? The second thing is emerging formats, like I discussed. Look at platforms like Facebook, platforms like LinkedIn as co-businesses. Understand what their business goals are and align your strategies with theirs. And trust me, you'll create synergies and you'll grow much, much faster than you anticipated. Now, the third one is personalization. Now, let me give you a little insight into what I mean by personalization. Yes, I mean, do look at your past data, do look at market trends. But here's an insight. Let's take two real estate clients, or two real estate company A and company B. Trust me, despite operating in the same city, despite having the same kind of budgets, to spend on ads, they're not going to get the same results. There are various other factors that come into play. The technical factors, for example, page authority, right? How authoritarian is your page on, let's say, Facebook, right? How much engagement can you generate? How old is your, Google, your ad account? And, how many ad violations you've got under your belt. So all that is going to come to play in from technical part of it. From the other sector, from the other aspects part of it, you will have your brand reputation, your brand communication, your target market. So all this is going to come into play. If you are a digital marketer, or if you're an aspiring digital marketer in any field, and you have a set template that you have used for one client, and you want to use the same thing for other, or for your own business, let's say you've done something X month and that's worked for you, and you want to replicate the same thing for the next few months, you're in for a big surprise, because it doesn't work like that, right? These things keep changing all the time. What you need to do is, every time you need a customized approach. Of course, you can take a little bit of information from your own data and build forward on it, but A/B testing is a quintessential part of digital marketing. And no, you cannot have a cookie cutter plan in this sector. It's all about personalization. The more you personalize, the better your results are going to be. Now, this is about my insights and the gist that I wanted to give you about digital marketing in general across fields. Now let's talk a little bit about what digital marketing has to offer for agripreneurs like yourself, students like yourself, if you're looking at building a career in agriculture. Can we go to the next slide, please? Right. So it's no longer restricted to good crop. It's not, right? So digital has opened a plethora of options for you. Number one, I think it's something that we've all been bombarded with day in and day out: content ecosystem. Who knew podcasts would be such a big deal, right? But today we are. Everybody is hosting their own podcast. There's so many different kinds of podcasts. And I see something similar happening in agricultural content ecosystem as well. So what can you do? You can create informational videos for like gardening videos, harvest videos, talk about different seasons, talk about season change. You can plug in a small ASMR angle into it. When you show the ripe fruit, you show the plucking of the fruit. Make content your new business, right? And content in itself can drive a lot of revenue that you didn't even know, something like this would even be possible some 5-6 years ago, but right now it is. And there is not as much robust content built around agriculture, so it's a great opportunity. And people more than ever are interested in knowing where the food is coming from, right? So this could be your calling, and if you are interested in digital content creation, have a little tint towards agriculture, then this is your calling. The second thing is group collaboration. Gone are the days when you've heard about conglomerates like HUL, right? They operate in a space where they come up with multiple brands. You as a farmer or as somebody working in agri ecosystem can collaborate with like-minded people, come up with a range of products. Like somebody who's operating in Andhra Pradesh can come up with a coconut oil or an extra virgin coconut oil. Somebody who's operating in, let's say, Punjab can come up with a mustard spread. You could come up with mint tea, chamomile tea. A group of farmers can come together and build a brand of their own, right? So your brand need not be restricted to just one product. You can have a gamut of products, right, when you come together. And what allows you the flexibility is your group collaboration. And again, digital, you can come together, build your own brand, establish different warehouses, and ship your products as it's needed, right? You can also sell your products abroad. And another thing that digital marketing can do for you is transparency, right? People want to know where the products are coming from. There's so much of product, um, quality that's going down. We're using a lot of chemicals and everything else. So if you're building a brand with a difference, and you're showing your process, you're showing from where your produce is coming. One case study could be Manam Chocolates in Hyderabad. It brings its cocoa beans from West Godavari, and people love it because they can see where exactly the ingredients are sourced, right? You could build a model like that, right? It shouldn't just be restricted to one segment. You could go to self care, you could go to, sky's the limit. So again, building a brand. The third thing is again beyond products. You could get into segments like agritourism, right? It's a big rage these days. A lot of So Kerala and Gujarat have built themselves beautifully around their culture and what they've got to offer, right? When it comes to tourism in India, Gujarat and Kerala stand out, right? Other states can replicate that too. And as India, we could offer agri tours, because every state of India has different kind of soil, has different kind of climate, grows different kind of crops. So we could, completely open ourselves up to another business altogether, or bring in more transparency. People who are cultivating exotic fruits and exotic vegetables could get pre-orders by showing their offerings and, getting their orders, and then eventually producing it. So you're not really having a lot of stake without getting a pre-order. So this is what I had for you in store today. This is what I have to say, and that will be about it. And that's my session. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for the informative session on digital marketing. And you have clearly explained how the digital marketing really works and what the business across industries want to accomplish and key learnings. And thank you so much for taking us to the journey of berry and ads also. So, and thank you for explaining the challenges and emerging opportunities and what are the opportunities actually available for the available in agriculture sector like content creation and all. So thank you so much, ma'am. This will be really useful for all of us. So moving on to the next session. So participants, if you have any questions regarding this session, you can keep in chat box and you can also raise your hand. So the questions will be taken up after the second speaker presentation. So to introduce our second speaker, let me call my colleague Josephine to introduce our second speaker.
Thank you, Rahalya. Good morning, participants, and good morning, speakers. It's my pleasure to welcome Ms. Amulya, founder of Wildflower Digital, a dynamic digital agency delivering insight-led strategies for impactful customer connections. Renowned for her proficiency in digital marketing, creative strategy, and brand development, she has excelled in the food and beverages sector. Her skills span content creation, video production, and innovative digital solutions. We are thrilled to have her share her expertise with us today. Over to you, ma'am.
Ma'am, you are unmuted. Yes, you are unmuted.
Yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on digital marketing for agricultural startups. My name is Amulya Penmecha, and I'm the founder of Wildflower Digital. Today, I'll be sharing insights from my journey and experience to help you navigate in the world of digital marketing effectively. Can we go to the next slide? Thank you. So, I started my journey as a baker. I was making customized cakes, cupcakes, and other baked goods. I used to use Instagram to market my products, and I was creating engaging content to build an audience and attract clients. I was also freelancing as a designer, which gave me exposure to create visuals that resonate with different audience. One of my Instagram campaign caught the attention of a prominent food brand, which led me to my opportunity as a content creator. My curiosity and passion for digital marketing drove me to take numerous online courses, enabling me to contribute beyond content creation. I began offering insights, strategies to improve their digital presence, which got the team to push me to the role of digital marketing lead. Over time, I progressed into the head of digital marketing for the entire division. This experience became a pivotal moment in my journey and inspired me to establish Wildflower Digital. Can we move to the next slide? Thank you. At Wildflower Digital, we offer a range of services like visual identity creation. This is your logo designing, branding material, and ensuring consistency across platforms. Website design and development, social media marketing across various platforms, content creation, ads, and search engine optimization. Over the last 3 years, my team has grown to 15 full time professionals who are experts in their domains. And we have worked with over 75 clients, helping them achieve their digital marketing goals. Today, I'll be showing how startups like yours can leverage digital marketing and give you some actionable steps. Can we go to the next slide? Great. So, before I segue into how you can leverage digital marketing, I want to talk about some key lessons that I have learned as an entrepreneur, which can be directly applied to your businesses. So, the first one is setting clear and achievable goals. Let's say, for instance, if your goal is to improve your online engagement, break it down into actionable steps, like creating 3 posts per week or increasing the website traffic by 10% in a month. This gives your team clarity and motivation. The second one is to adapt to change proactively. For instance, if one marketing channel isn't delivering results, quickly evaluate alternatives, like switching from print ads to digital campaigns to stay relevant and effective. Celebrate small wins. For example, if your team is launching a new website or they have completed a campaign ahead of schedule, celebrate it, right? This reinforces a culture of appreciation and keeps everyone motivated. Focus on building relationships. Internally invest in building trust with your team. by being transparent with them and being approachable. Externally, nurture customer relationships by listening to their feedback and providing consistent support. Leverage your time wisely. Focus on high impact activities. Use task management tools like to delegate your work and streamline routine work. I personally use tools like Slack and Jira, which have helped me immensely. Stay ahead with innovation. Encourage your team to explore new trends, tools, strategies, and allocate time for learning sessions and workshops. I hope that you find these strategies valuable and can incorporate these into your startups. Yeah, we can move to the next slide. So let's answer the important question here, right? What is the difference between marketing and sales? Marketing is about creating awareness, demand for your product. It involves educating, engaging with audience, making them trust your brand, right? And sales is a direct process of converting this demand into revenue. Think of marketing as planting the seed and sales as harvesting the crop, right? So let's go move into what are the types of marketing channels that you can we move to the next slide? Yeah. What are the different marketing channels that you can explore? Now, there are different types of marketing channels, both online and offline. In online, you can explore channels like social media, email marketing, search engine optimization, paid ads, and so forth. In offline channels, there are options like events, workshops, print media like flyers, brochures, then you have radio ads, and also directly interacting with your potential customers. And it's important to use a mix of both these channels based on your audience's behaviors and preferences. Can we move to the next slide? Yeah, this is a quick slide. Next quick slide. Yeah. So in the upcoming slides, I would like to discuss few online channels that you can explore for your startup. Cool. So let's go into the next slide and see what is the first channel that you can see. Yeah. Okay. Website, right? A website is a startup's digital foundation, often the first place your customer interacts with your brand. It is essential to build it's essential for building credibility and also a strong first impression. Why is it important? It's a 24/7 storefront for your business. It helps establish trust and professionalism. And I'm going to tell you some key elements to build this trust. Make sure you have an SSL certificate, which ensures website security. Have clear contact information like your phone number, email, and your address. Optimize it for mobile. Over 60% of users are opening your website through their web browser, phone browser. So ensure your site works seamlessly on all devices. Also, try to include pages like About Us, Products and Services, Testimonials, FAQs or frequently asked questions, and all your contact details with a form where they can approach you and give their details. We can move to the next slide. Yeah. Another interesting tool that you guys can leverage is Google My Business, right? Google My Business is a free tool that boosts local visibility and helps customers find your business. How does it help? It helps you appear in local searches and on Google Maps. For example, if someone is searching for organic fertilizers near me, right? You can build trust and credibility in this platform by uploading photos, reviews, and putting correct information, your timings, and frequently asked questions. Using this tool, you can drive both online and foot traffic to your service. Who is this for? This is for businesses with physical locations or services catering to a specific region and these two can benefit from this. Yeah, next slide. The previous one. Sorry, the next one. SEO page. Yeah. Search engine optimization or SEO. It is about this tool is about increasing your website's visibility on search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo, etc. When your site is optimized for SEO, it ranks higher in search results, making it easier for potential customers to find you, right? How does this work? If someone is searching for organic farming tools, having those keywords in your website helps in increasing the chances of your website appearing the first page of Google search. It also involves, to achieve this, you need to do a lot of activities like improving the speed of your website, making it mobile responsive, and adding a lot of backlinks that help improve the credibility of website for Google's backend or any other search engine that you are trying to get listed. The next place that you need to explore is paid ads. The slide after. Yeah, no, the one before this. Okay. Okay, let's just go to, can you go to the slide after this and the one after? Yeah, we can stay here. So social media platforms, right? So social media is one of the most powerful tools for startups to connect with their audience. Each platform serves a unique purpose, and choosing the right one is essential. So first, let's explore Instagram. Instagram is perfect for visual storytelling. Here you can share high quality photos, behind the scene reels, customer stories to engage with your audience. It's ideal for building a loyal community and showcasing your products creatively. Next is LinkedIn. This is best for professionals networking with B2B connections. Here you can share industry insights, participate in relevant discussions, and position yourself as a thought leader. It's a good space if you're looking for funding as well. Facebook. Great for reaching a broad demographic. Here, you can join Facebook groups. That is very interesting for your type of businesses, where you can join groups where targeted audience is present, and you can have a lot of discussions about your products and services and get great insights from them. Another great tool to explore is YouTube. Here, you can upload videos to educate and entertain your audience. You can upload tutorials, product demos, and customer success stories as well. Next, you can explore email and WhatsApp marketing. These are direct channels for personalized communication. Here, you can send updates, give customer support, and give any exclusive offers that you are running. By leveraging the strengths of each of these platforms, you can connect with your audience in a meaningful way. Can you go to the next slide? Great. So let's go back to paid ads, right? While SEO is a long-term strategy, paid ads provide an immediate result by putting businesses right in front of your audience. Let's compare two of the major platforms that people are using for advertisements. First one being Google Ads, second Meta Ads. So Google Ads, right? This is best for targeting high intent users, searching actively for your products or services. Ads appear at the top of Google. These ads appear at the top of Google search or on partnered websites, right? Ideal for businesses wanting to capture leads that are closer to make the purchase. While the cost per click is higher, the conversion ratio tends to be better on Google Ads. The second option that you have is Meta Ads. Meta Ads is ideal for building brand awareness and engaging a broad audience. This tool can also be used for conversions. Here you can target based on interest, demographics, and behavior. Meta ads are like ideally shown on Facebook and Instagram, and even can be used for WhatsApp marketing. Meta ads are more affordable than Google ads, making it more suitable for startups or with smaller budgets. This is great for visually engaging campaigns like showcasing your product, creating educational reels, or showcasing some testimonials. Both these platforms serve different purposes, but work best when integrated into a comprehensive strategy. Right. So last thing we're going to look into is content marketing. Content marketing is about creating valuable, relevant content that attracts and engages your audience. It's a long-term strategy to build trust and establish your authority. What are the types of content that as an agricultural startup you can create? Here are some ideas. Behind the scenes, share photos and videos of your operations, like how you grow your crops or you prepare a product. Educational content, like creating blogs, Instagram posts, YouTube tutorials, or topics around sustainable farming or hydroponics. Customer stories, you can highlight your customer experiences. How are they using your products? How are they benefiting them? All of these add credibility and trust. Social media posts, create a mix of informative, engaging, entertaining, trending content. Give tips, ideas, engage with your audience. Have a live Q&A sessions where you can answer their queries and build a community. Infographics and ebooks, provide downloadable resources that educate your audience. By giving this free resources, you are creating a direct relationship with your audience. Over time, this helps in converting casual viewers or audiences into loyal customers. Yeah. As I conclude, I want to leave you with this thought. Entrepreneurship is a journey of constant growth and learning, and digital marketing can be a game changer for businesses across industries. I hope my story and insights have sparked ideas that you can take forward in your own venture. I would like to thank Manage for hosting me and giving me the opportunity to share my journey. I deeply appreciate your time, and I look forward to connecting with many of you as we work towards growing together in this evolving landscape.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful presentation on digital marketing. starting from how you started your journey and how this wildflower digital startup really works, and sorry, and also what are the different types of marketing channels available, and you also explain some strategies to enter into this digital marketing and how to start a trustworthy websites. So thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful presentation. So participants, if you have any questions, you can keep in chat box, and also you can raise your hands. So I think Indrani ma'am also available. So we'll move on to the question answer session. So yeah, thank you, ma'am. So without delay, we'll take up the question. So there is a question from Kalavakuntla Jeevan Rao. So he is asking, what are the major challenges in digital marketing and how to overcome them? I think both can take up this question. Indrani ma'am? You're in mute. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Right. So, okay. So digital marketing, like I said, is an ever evolving landscape, and I think that is both opportunity and a challenge, right? So, staying up to date is very important. And one of the biggest challenges that we face is, once you get a hang of a trend and you master it, and by the time you're sort of, you know getting more out of it, the trends have changed, right? Something else comes into the play. So I think that's one of the biggest challenges. But again, if you keep yourself abreast with what's happening, you schedule your regular Google calls, follow the newsletters that these platforms like Google, Meta, and all of them release, then you're good, right? And the other aspect is, like I said, this cutthroat competition in Google, in digital marketing, and the only way to survive is again deliver. But as long as you're delivering results, you're good. The time you stop it, unfortunately, you don't have the slack to sort of make up for not being good enough. So I think those two would be the biggest challenges, and the only way to deal with it is just deliver.
Thank you, ma'am. Amalya ma'am, anything from your side regarding the challenges? You're in mute, ma'am. Kindly unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think Indrani has rightly pointed out the challenges, that is the market is very evolving, so you need to be up to date with it. Also, I think one of the biggest issue that I see, because I talk to a lot of founders, right, that is that starting it off right, like don't cheap out when you're investing into digital marketing, especially your logo, your branding, right? Because that's something you're stuck with for a very long time. So make sure that when you're starting your brand, you're starting it in the right foot. Make sure you have your branding in place. When you're making a website, I've seen this a lot again, that your business is amazing, everything's going great, but if you look at their website, that it does not actually convey what your company is about. So make sure that your information is correct, your grammar is correct, your typography is good. So make sure that whatever content you're putting out is representing your brand well. And I think the biggest challenge is starting off, like don't worry too much and actually get into it and explore. You're going to make mistakes. You can always make those changes, but yeah, just start as early as possible.
And also don't expect results from day one. That's not gonna happen, right? It's see, it takes time for people to get familiar with your brand. No matter what your product is, no matter what your service is, do not get somebody to help you out and expect results from day one. Think about yourself as a buyer too, right? You wouldn't look at something that looks really attractive and pick it up right off the shelf. You need to understand the brand first. So give it the right time and then expect results. Set your expectations right.
Yeah, I've read somewhere that a customer takes 7 to 8 times before they make a decision to purchase your product. They need to see it this many times, right? So even when you're running ads, you need to be patient. That you're like, maybe the first 3 months you might not get the right audience, but if you're patient until the third or fourth month, your results are going to be amazing. But if you leave that, saying that, okay, my money is burning, I cannot continue, you're going to miss out the golden opportunity waiting at the end of the 3 or 4th month or 6th month. So just be patient there as well.
Yes. Thank you. That's a perfect answer from both of you. So I think Jeevan Rao, you got the answer. So there is one more question from Harita. So she's asking how to use Twitter for branding.
I think Twitter can be used for talking a lot about market news, because it is more of a news related channel where you can discuss on what's happening, trends that are happening, day to day things. people like to be use Twitter to get a lot of their news, right? So if any new topic is coming up, anything that the government has released, or any companies have going into IPO, or any information related to the relevant topics, try to talk about those things in your through your Twitter channel. And if you are a researcher, or if you're a professor, maybe if you can start providing insights about that and become a thought leader in that space, people will start building trust with you. And maybe in future, if you're releasing any products as well, they will already have that trust and the higher chance of them converting as well.
Actually, Twitter is not exactly for branding. It is to establish thought leadership. And another, way to use Twitter could be understanding the market trends, understand what the market sentiment is, right? And accordingly tweak your communication, your brand communication, which can be again pushed out on various other platforms. So the usage of Twitter is not as simple as for branding. It is for other nuanced purposes. It could be for establishing thought leadership or understanding market trends and market sentiment in general.
Thank you, ma'am. So participants, if you have any questions also, you can directly speak with the speakers. So you just raise your hand. So my team will unmute you so that you can directly ask the questions to speakers.
I see
So
a
meanwhile, I'll
question
take up.
about
Yeah, so
someone
meanwhile,
was
I'll take up
asking.
questions. Yeah, I'm asking. So there is a question from DK Sharma. So he's asking, this question is to Amulya ma'am. So can you suggest training institute to learn digital marketing?
So I can suggest some online courses that I think Coursera is a great platform that you can look into, because you can get certifications from international universities as well, and they do also offer a lot of sponsorships. So that way you can even apply for their sponsorship and get access to these. And these courses are curated by some of the top universities, and I think they're great. If you are a self learner, I think Coursera is great. But if you prefer having a more interactive approach, maybe you can look into these digital educational programs like I'll just quickly tell you. ISB has a great program. Upgrad is also a good place, because these platforms are way more affordable, and you get the same sort of educational qualities. Obviously, traditional education cannot be compared to it, but if you want to pick up on small things like how do I start SEO, how do I make my website, how do I start my content creation, you can start doing courses and start getting yourself well versed with these things. So definitely look up Coursera. It's a great platform.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. So there's one more question from George. So he's asking, what are the infrastructure requirements to set up digital presence? I think Indrani ma'am or anyone. Yeah.
Well, I don't think you need an
Yeah.
infrastructure as such. You just need the right content. You need to understand what is it that you're offering. And if you're trying to ask what are the tools that you require, yes, you need a good solid social media presence. You need a website, right? That's pretty much all you need. I don't think you need anything else as far as your digital marketing journey is concerned.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. So I think George, you got the answer. So there is a one more question from Santosh. So he's asking, he has been using all the ideas on social media, but the customers are not increasing. So please suggest.
So that's where exactly the nuanced part of it comes, right? We in our heads may be feeling, okay, everything is going right, but the person who's receiving your ad or your target market might not be feeling the need. So that is where your A/B testing comes in. Work out some alternative approaches, run parallel campaigns, understand which one is working better, and use those insights to tweak your campaigns and pivot in that direction, right? Develop some alternative approaches. That's where you can start and then use those insights to progress.
I think you can also look into your competitors, right? Like look at people in the similar field, try to do a little bit of analysis on what is working, because like if you're looking at in social media specifically, right, the trends are changing constantly. So if you are on the trend at an earlier stage, there are higher chances of you benefiting. So keep a lookout for, if a video works out well and it hasn't turned into a trend, right? How can you incorporate a trend into your field? Let's say there's a trend and it's not related to your products, the food trend. If you bring it to agriculture, maybe that you would be the first one doing it, right? So you are capturing on the trend early on. So keep a lookout for trends, look at your competitors, see what's working for them, and see if you can introduce something new, right? Like, is there a new way of approaching content? People want to see fresh content. Another really interesting thing that's working well is personal storytelling. You can start challenges like 60 days in my life, where you document just your work, like what is your work progress for the 60 days, and sort of showcase the real behind the scenes on what is happening. People want to see real stories. So I think that will also really help in engaging your audience. Also, make sure your quality of your video is good to an extent, as in people are able to listen to your audio well, and there's clarity in the video. It doesn't have to be 100% there, but it needs to be, to an extent, it needs to be a good quality content that people can easily understand and consume. So just reevaluate, maybe share it with friends, family, ask them to give you feedback. Maybe all of these things can help you improve your content.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. And there is a similar question from George. He's asking, what is the shortest time and the longest one to expect results?
I'm sorry?
There's a similar question from George. He's asking, what is the shortest time and the longest one to expect results?
As in the platform?
Yes, sir. George, if you want to ask question directly, you can also speak. This your question is a little bit confusing also. So you want to speak, George? So no problem. So he's asking one more question. What is the cheapest attempt to Agri-Startup? What a
Cheapest or
telling
rather
this is
free.
expensive.
Rather free
Yes,
would
yes.
be start creating engaging content, right? If you're into agriculture, dig out a little bit from your region as to, you could use some really old recipes, create some ASMR content, bring out whatever was there, some decades ago, create content around it, gain some traction, gain some trust, and from there you can shoot off. You can use that as your base, and then promote other handles on your YouTube. You can start with YouTube, create content, create engaging content, whether it's about ancient recipes, it could be about it could be in an ASMR format video, right? It could be about some ancient Ayurvedic, because we're from India, right? Ayurveda and cooking becomes one of our top notch soft power influences. So you could try that out. That's essentially for free. All you need to do is get a hang of a nice camera, polish up your video shooting skills a bit, give a voiceover, and start there. So you don't even have to spend something there, right? So that's where you get started, maintain consistency, and then you'll get there.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. So there is a question from Chetali. So she's asking how to make business in WhatsApp marketing, for example, marketing.
So I think the first thing, when you're getting into WhatsApp marketing, is set up your, make sure that your account is a business account and not a personal account, right? There's an option where you can download the WhatsApp business account and switch your personal to business. So that's the first step of getting into WhatsApp marketing. Make sure you fill out all your information, like about your company, your social details, your website links, your timings, your phone number, your email ID. So once you set up all of this, right, there's also an option to add products to it. Right. So if you're selling a physical product, let's say you're selling honey, right? You're growing, you have a honey farm and you want to sell honey, you can add all your products there. And let's say your customer, you can also put payment checkout also onto WhatsApp. So what you can do is potentially you can reach out to your customers through your WhatsApp. And if they want to convert, they can use your WhatsApp business account directly to make these conversions. You can also run ads on Instagram, right? I'm sure all of you have seen the option to run ads. You can run ads and direct them to your WhatsApp as well, where you can again make these conversions. WhatsApp also lets you do automated chats, right? So if somebody messages you, you can automate certain amount of the conversations using WhatsApp. So this increases, this reduces the dependency on sales until a point that, okay, now after this, a sales agent needs to intervene and convert this. So you can use WhatsApp, and WhatsApp marketing has really been helpful to Indians a lot in the past 1 year. So I think it's definitely a great platform to start off if you have small quantities of products and you want to explore. It's maybe you can use it as a starting point before you get a full-fledged website, because you can at least see how the market is reacting. It's easier to set up. You can put your products, you can put your payment gateway and start selling products, right? So if you're someone with small quantities, you just want to start off and set up, I think WhatsApp is a great platform to start selling your products.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Indrani, ma'am, from anything from your side?
No, I think she's pretty much covered everything. WhatsApp as a platform, you can create catalogs, you can create, galleries for somebody to choose from. They can close the sale from there. That actually helps establish a lot more trust, as opposed to, just having an Instagram account and trying to sell from there. Because, again, you're not, what are you going to do? Your bio journey is going to be somebody sees a picture and chats with the person. and then you're going to ask them to Google Pay to your personal number, I think you've lost the sale there, because again, it's not trustworthy. You're, as a buyer, I don't think I'll see a product in Google Pay to somebody I don't even know. When you establish your WhatsApp store, I think, again, the reliability and the trust aspect comes into it. And you also have the added advantage of plugging in some amount of automation in chats and payment gateways. So it makes the job a lot more simpler. And again, once you do a little bit of business in your WhatsApp, you can look at switching to platforms like Shopify, which again offer online selling solutions for reasonable prices.
Yeah, and also you're building your contact list, right? Like if let's say you're getting a lead through, like someone sees your product on Instagram, you direct them to your WhatsApp for conversions. You are getting the contact number. Now you can retarget them, send them messages about any offers that come up later. So it's great for building your contact list as well.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So there is a similar question regarding the WhatsApp from Harita. She is asking, does only register business can showcase products in catalog feature in WhatsApp business?
I mean, WhatsApp doesn't have any process of verifying if you're like, you have a proper registration for you to start this off. So you can start it. But if you want to get that verified symbol, then you'll have to submit documents to verify that you're a legitimate business. But you can start it off without any documentation.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So I'll take two more questions. So Muhammad Ali is asking, I'm in a biostimulant manufacturing. Can anybody help me to how to promote through digital marketing?
So may I know what exactly like? Who are your buyers? Like, who are you trying to sell the product to?
Stimulant manufacturing. Muhammad Ali, you want to ask question to speakers?
Mohammed, look,
You can raise your hands.
biostimulant is not a mass marketing product, right? So
Yes,
rather than
it's
putting
something
your
related.
it's not a mass marketing product. It's not something that everybody will have utility for. So a push marketing is not going to help you out. What you'll have to do is a pull marketing. You'll have to have a very informative website. You'll have to plug in all the right keywords. So this is not something you can show every individual and expect them to make a purchase, because it's again not a B2B product. You cannot use push marketing for it. So what you essentially need to do is have your keyword and SEO game really high, and then each time somebody with the intent looks up, with the keywords relevant to your industry, your identity or your website pops up. Second thing you can do is, yes, you can give information out on social media, but I don't think you should look at social media as a platform for sales. What you can do is put information out there, get business collabs, and make contacts, and from there you'll definitely need to step in personally to nurture the lead further and then close sales. Of course, you still need to have digital presence, you still need to have social media or your followership to prove, to show your
Credibility.
authority in your field, right? To show that those many people are engaging with you, to provide some sort of validation to what you're doing. But again, push marketing is not going to help you. You have to stick to more, you have to get your website game right, you have to get SEO, you have to resort more to B2B and pull marketing strategies.
Yeah.
Yes,
And I
yes.
think
Thank you.
you can also focus on search engine optimization, so that if somebody is looking for that product, right, on Google, let's say they're looking specifically for your product, where is your website ranking in your area, or let's say in India overall. So I think if you focus on that, at least the people who are directly interested, or buyers who are looking for your service, are discovering you. So that discovery is something that you can focus on through SEO. That is, when someone searches on Google, where is your website ranking? That's something, if you improve on, you're going to get great results. And another thing is LinkedIn. You can create a good informative LinkedIn profile where you talk constantly about the latest trends, what's happening, just insider news about the product, and you are the thought leader in this space. And maybe also attending workshops, events, and just constantly talking about the space, so that you're the first option or the first person that pops up anywhere on the internet when people are searching for this product. So that should be your aim through digital marketing, to set up your presence.
Thank you, ma'am. So I'll take up one last question there is a question from Jay Chandra. So he's asking, is there any platform for digital marketing that made in India?
I don't know any specific platform, but Zoho, it's not a digital marketing platform, but that's one of the best tools that I think that came out of India. They have a lot of programs, task management, automating your payments, bills. You
I've
can
heard more
even
of a CRM, but it's great. It's
yeah,
amazing.
CRM. But yeah, that's the tool that I am really impressed that came out of
We
India.
did have the likes of Hike, but I don't think it lasted.
Yes. So Naresh is asking, is there any charges of ads on YouTube video? What is the charges he's asking?
It depends on the category that you're in. Every category has a different cost, so you'll have to check with your category so usually it works on bid, right? If every platform has certain kind of bidding, every category has a certain bidding. So let's say a finance category is usually more expensive because the sellers are ready to pay a little more to get their advertisement listed. And YouTube in general is a little more expensive, like I said, as compared to Meta. So you can pick and choose what works well. And also, if you're putting on YouTube, you need to have great content, right? Because it's a visual platform. So you need to also invest in getting good piece of content or a video ready, other than the ad funds that you'll be spending on it.
But you can actually start from as low as 500 rupees, So, keeping the bid cost and everything aside, you can start with a small amount, see how many results that fetches you, see if that kind of viewership is benefiting you. And then based on the results, you can scale up or down, right? So you can start for as low as 500 rupees, right? Start somewhere, see how much result it gets you, use the data, and then build upon it.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So I think it's 12 o'clock. So since it is 1 hour, so we need to conclude the session. So thank you, participants, for all your questions. So today, not like last week, I think today I have covered all your questions. So still, if you have any questions, you can contact the speakers. The speaker details are given in the chat box. And also, if you miss something interesting regarding the today's webinar and to rewatch the webinar, the YouTube link for the watching the webinar is given in the chat box. And apart from this, also from Manage side, we have exciting update for you. So this year, cohort 12 applications are open. So interested students, agripreneurs, and startups across the country, if you have an innovative idea and the idea that's serving the farming community, so don't wait, go and apply for it. So the link is also available in our website and all our social media handles to receive such interesting update that is happening. So stay tuned to our social media handles and do not forget to follow us on social media. So along with this, as we are celebrating 5 years of online excellence of Saturday webinar, we have published Manage Extension Next Good Practice Bulletin on Agri-Startup Ecosystem webinars for multi-stakeholders. So the link to download the bulletin is also shared in the chat box. So before concluding the session, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our two speakers, Indrani ma'am and also Amulya ma'am, for sharing your valuable insights. And also thank you so much for your patience to answer every questions. And also thank you all participants for your active engagement and thought-provoking questions. So I would like to thank my director, Dr. Sarunandra sir, so whose idea and unwavering support have made this 216 webinars journey possible. So do not forget to give the feedback of this webinar. The link is shared in the group, and also do not forget to register for the upcoming webinar. So see you next week with another exciting topic. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Indrani ma'am and Amulya ma'am.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate the opportunity to connect.
Yes. Thank you.